We are back at Up North at 4. Today we are joined with Kristen Harper, who is the owner of Cabin Creations. Thanks, Kristen, for coming on and joining us today.
You bet. It's always fun to be here.
Of course, and there's a lot going on. So holiday tips and decorating, how to make it fun for the holiday season, right? So let's start with holiday tip 1.
Sure. So I came today with 10 tips that I thought are kind of maybe something that people wouldn't think of often. So tip number 1 is using a tension rod to hang garlands. So tension rods, you might use one in your shower, you might use one for a curtain in your kitchen, but a tension rod uses tension to hold it in between places. So if you have something like this is a garland. So garland is a long strand of pine or something else. Instead of pounding nails into your trim work, you can put that tension rod and then wrap this around it so that you don't have to have nails or holes in a bunch of stuff. So a really easy way, I like to use this kind of artificial greenery that is wired so you can bend it to cover up things so that you don't see that rod inside of there, but just kind of a way to prevent holes. Anybody who's had a new home knows that like pounding a nail in the wall is the worst.
And you don't want to staple this to your
No. And especially in the inside of your house, like it's just a quick and easy way. You can get a tension rod anywhere, and it's just a quick way to hang up stuff without pounding nails.
I never thought of that before. And we should mention, so your store is on 13, right? In Price County?
Yep, so Cabin Creations, Highway 13 in Phillips, just south of town. We do decorating things and have lots of tips.
Well, let's go to tip number 2 then.
Sure, all right. Tip number 2, find outdoor decor at thrift stores. So if you want to decorate the outside of your house, your doorway, whatever, instead of buying nice stuff and putting it out there, the weather's gonna ruin it. I'm suggesting going to thrift stores. I should have a picture of our bears out front of the store. So we have some bears there with some old skis and old sled, and then the scarf and the hats are actually made from a blanket that we cut up from a thrift store. Cool. So we're like $5 into that whole display, and if it gets weathered over the year, so be it. We can get rid of it, but if not, we're saving something from thrift and not wasting something new. So really easy way. We've also done those big bears with like a flannel shirt for fall, and you just find like a 2X shirt and throw it on there. So yeah, so thrifting is great. Also just keep in mind when you're thrifting, spray paint is a really great weapon to help you. So if you're like, oh, I love this, but I wish it was black, just buy a can of black spray paint and it's black. It's really easy to fix.
And I bet it's a good family activity too if you want to cut up that
blanket. Absolutely. So you get to learn a little bit of something, and then next year, if you want it to look different, you don't feel bad that you bought $100 worth of stuff. It was $5, so it's fun.
All right, well then, let's go to tip number 3.
All right. Number 3, wrap wall art with holiday paper. So if you're somebody who like doesn't want to spend money on maybe decorating your whole house, a quick and easy way is if you have a picture frame or something on your wall, find some pretty wrapping paper, wrap it, stick it back on the wall. If you're good at tying bows, you can put ribbon around it too. Or maybe you have a picture that is springy and you don't want to look at that in the wintertime. Wrapping with a pretty wrapping paper is a quick and easy way to make it look festive. You can also do this with books on a bookshelf, especially if you're somebody who does like Zoom meetings and things and your books are behind you. I think it'd be fun to have little Christmas wrapped gifts behind you.
Okay, let's keep it going.
That one.
All right. Number 4. Storing outdoor lights on a hose reel. I don't have an example of that, but if you're somebody who does the outdoor lights around the edge of your place, using one of those hose reels and wrapping it up at the end of the season, if you have storage for it, it's the way to go. Because then it doesn't get knotted up into a ball like it does on Christmas Vacation. It's just ready to go.
Are you decking out your whole house this winter with lights?
You know, sometimes yes. I feel like I decorate at my store early, so we're already decorated and ready to go. Then I got to recover for a little bit, and then I work on my house. But outside lights is my husband's job. Okay,
that's good to have someone to do that. I think we have one more before we take a commercial break. What's the 5th one?
Sure, displaying ornaments in a clear glass vase. So let's say maybe you don't want to put up a tree this year, or maybe you have some really special ornaments. They were great grandma's. You want them to be out for people to see. Maybe you have a dog like Theo that might accidentally bump into a tree. This is a way to keep them safe. It looks super pretty. I put a little strand of battery operated lights in it. The studio lights are pretty bright, but it's just kind of a fun way to make it look even shinier and prettier. And even if you have one and you broke it and the top part is broke off, it still looks great inside of a bowl. You can mix your colors and your patterns and it's all fun.
I like that.
Some great ideas. We got 5 more.
Yeah,
5 more.
All right. Well, we'll be right back after this break with 5 more tips.